Hey there, gorgeous gays. Version 2 here. We're finally at the end of not E3. And I don't even think this counts. This is Nintendo Direct Mini Partner Showcase on the 28th of June. So I think this was like 2 weeks after everything else for not E3. Just it happened to happen like as I'm still catching up on not E3 stuff. I still have the not E3 thing there. I don't even know if this counts. But it was a video game thing that happened in June about upcoming releases. So I gotta do it. This is so funny that it's a partner showcase though. Nintendo didn't have a first party, like, thing for June this year. That's so funny. I imagine there are some people who are mad about that. Don't worry, Breath of the Wild 2 will happen. It will come out at some point. Monster Hunter Part is super spoiler, so be careful. Yeah, I can't watch anything that's Monster Hunter Sunrise. Sorry, Sunbreak. I can't watch anything that's Sunbreak. It's apparently at the start. Can someone give me, like, a timestamp of when to skip to? Because I don't even want to, like, scroll over it. I know enough about Monster Hunter that if I scroll over it, even a single frame could just be like, yo, it's Scriggle Foodus from Generations Ultimate. I love Scriggle Foodus. Let's fucking go. Like, I know enough about the series that even a single frame could tell me that a Monster Hunter's coming. That a single monster is going to be in Sunbreak. So can I get a proper timestamp from someone? Apologize for making my chat do so much work. It's alright. You're all here for... The only reason I have a chat, it's not so you can, like, watch it live and see the stuff before the YouTube audience gets to. It's not so you can interact with me and talk and, like, provide, like, part of the commentary and, like, watching experience of, like, having a conversation with people and giving me topics to talk about. Nah, you're all here to be my unpaid labor of, whenever I need it. 3 minutes 50. Thank you, Deku! So we're just gonna skip past the beginning. I guess it is a partnership, I guess it makes sense. Heard there's a monster called Strudel Furnace. Strudel Furnace is so sick. Okay, fetching my bet. It's like 5 minutes in. Okay, perfect. 350. Fucking perfect. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. We skipped right past it. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. It's alright. When I eventually play Sunbreak in like half a year, Strudel Furnace, we'll just have to have our hype reaction then. Squiggle Foodus out from Monster Hunter, that one that you didn't play but everyone said was the best. Do you mean Monster Hunter Frontier? Do you mean Monster Hunter Frontier? Because now that everyone can actually play Frontier, now that it's like actually playable in English, and actually playable because the game shut down, now that everyone can play Frontier, everyone keeps saying that Frontier's the best one. So Squiggle Foodus Alpha's probably from Frontier then. Oh well. Oh well.
Welcome to today's Nintendo Direct Mini Partner Showcase. In this presentation, we'll be focusing on Nintendo Switch games launching this year from our publishing and development partners.
No Breath of the Wild 2. Shut the fuck up, everyone.
Let's get into the headlines.
Hey, the last one of the partner showcases, I think, was the thing.
Wait,
what? Wait, what? I recognize that fucking... What the fuck?
The year is 5012 AD. Machine lifeforms have overwhelmed
the Switch can run this?
Causing the collapse of civilization and forcing humans to take refuge
Let's
on the moon.
Fucking go! Let's fucking go!
With an android squad called Yorha, the humans are prepared to stand against these machine lifeform invaders.
Fuck yeah, let's fucking go!
Battle Android 2B. And a scanner android 9S.
2B for Smash, let's go, what's happening?
2 key members of this squad. Machine lifeforms in conflict with androids.
I mean, if this is running on the Switch, it seems to be about as good as a PS4 for frame rate. Don't agree, Monster Hunter is the best, but some of their ideas are something interesting.
Die already!
I'll play Frontier at some point. I have so many things to play.
The award-winning Nier Automata comes with previously released
the
content,
DLC,
including
yes.
additional
The DLC
modes
with the
and
name
costumes.
that everyone remembers on the top of their head.
New costumes exclusive to the Nintendo Switch version
There's
will also
new
be
costumes?
available at
2P!
launch.
Nice!
Reclaim Earth in Nier Automata,
2P
the end of
outfit?
Yorha
That's
edition,
cool.
launching on the Nintendo Switch
So they
system
actually get the
October
2P
6th.
outfit.
Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
Well, that was out of fucking nowhere. That was out of fucking nowhere. I've probably mentioned it several times. Nier Automata is my second favorite game of all time. That game is so fucking good. Physical release to Kingdom Hearts fans. Oh, that means it's not Cloud, too. Sorry, Kingdom Hearts fans. The Switch can run Nier Automata, but not Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. I'm sorry. Sorry, the Cloud needs to exist for that one.
Get ready to immerse yourself in surreal riddles and a chilling story
Game
in
is-
this modern
this is
take
loud.
on puzzle adventure games.
I need to turn this down a little bit. I also need subtitles. Sorry, I keep forgetting subtitles for this. Oh my god. CRT graphics and shit.
Solve the enigma of Lorelei and the Laser Eyes, launching first for consoles
What's your number
on
one?
Nintendo Switch
Wonderful
next year.
101, baby. Yes, my top 2 favorite games are Platinum. Back when they made good games.
Familiar faces are making a splash in these
You know, the
games.
Lorelei thing gets it right now. That's just like, I should look into it
A
more.
new Bomberman game is coming to Nintendo Switch.
Wait, new Bomberman?
This time, a bombastic new mode called Castle Mode enters the fray. A team of up to 15 players.
Actually, there was a new
must blast their
Bomberman
way
again.
to
There was a
treasure
new
chests,
Bomberman at the beginning of
while
the
one
Switch's life
defending
cycle.
player tries
Never
to
mind.
hold them off. Set up your
Like, one of the
defense
first
wisely
5
to blow
games that
away
came out for the
opponents.
Switch was
Literally.
Bomberman. What am I talking
You can
about?
also create and share your own battle
Right, when the
stages.
Switch
Have a
released, it
blast
had like
when
5
Super
games.
Bomberman
One of them was Breath of the
R2
Wild, which was
launches on Nintendo
thankfully.
Switch
But I think one of them was
next year.
Bomberman. Have to go to the beach. Enjoy the beach.
10 Megaman Battle Network games, originally released on the Game Boy Advance system, are coming to Nintendo Switch.
Oh my
Control
god,
Megaman
finally!
in grid-based combat and use battle
Oh my
chips to
god!
create devastating
Sorry, I
abilities.
don't know Mega
This
Man and I
collection
haven't
includes a
played them,
gallery with over
but I
1,000
own the Mega Man,
illustrations and a music mode
Mega Man
containing
0
over
and Mega Man
150
Z.
songs
I
from
own those
across the
collections on
series.
Switch because I
Mega
am
Man
planning
Battle
on
Network
LPing them
Legacy
at some
Collection
point.
launches
And I
on
was
Nintendo
asking
Switch
people,
next
hey,
year.
which Mega Man
The
games
full
aren't on
collection will
Switch and
also
stuff
be
like that? And it was
digitally
basically
available
just
as
like,
Volume 1 and
it
Volume
was
2
like
each sold
Battle
separately.
Network and Legends and Star Force, I think, and that's
A
it.
remake of Pac-Man World is coming soon.
The fuck is happening?
Pac-Man's family has been kidnapped. To rescue them,
What the
he
fuck
sets
is
off for
happening?
Ghost Island.
Pac-Man
Being
World
God
is
isn't
being
all you
remade?
can do.
What?
Trounce enemies
What the
with
fuck?
mascots. The Rev Roll, the butt bounce.
Okay, well, I
and
wouldn't have called anything
giant
that's happened so
Pac-Man?
far today.
From high-speed chases to galactic escapades. You'll
I wouldn't
explore
have
all
called
sorts of
anything that's
zany
happening
levels.
today.
Save the Pac-Fan in Pac-Man World Repack, launching on Nintendo Switch August 26th.
What the fuck?
Two unlikely friends.
What is
One
happening? I'm
incredible
confused.
journey. A fawn and a wolf cub must work together to find a way home across the snowy wilderness
was
in the
cracking up when I
handcrafted world of Blanc.
If you call a Switch, we'll get a physical neural
In
automata
this
board, you
emotional
win.
adventure, these unlikely friends
No,
must
that proves that
coordinate
you
and
know
use
that
their
you can travel
individual
through
strengths
time.
to solve
That's what that
environmental
proves.
puzzles and navigate through the frigid wilds. Blanc is a completely text-free story with local and online co-op play, so all players can
Ooh.
enjoy it.
Nice. I feel like Nintendo Directs know how to show off the games the best.
Forge an unexpected bond in Blanc.
Probably because they've been doing it for so long. I feel like Nintendo Directs are really good at like both the commentary and what they show is
Launching
really
as a
good at getting
console
across the point of what the
exclusive
game
on Nintendo
is.
Switch,
Because like
February
I feel like I'm just gonna
2023.
write down anything that I see in a Nintendo Direct. Like, I think they've just gotten really good at showing off how to like showing off games in good ways that like people who make the other presentations haven't gotten through.
Pirating is in my blood. Like adrenaline or stale
Pirate stuff.
grog. I've been in enough scraps to fill a dozen scrapbooks. I've got stories about ships, fights, love, treasure, betrayal, and root beer. But how about one that has all of the above? My name is Guybrush Threepwood, and this is a story about the time
Is this a new
I
game?
found the secret of Monkey Island.
Is this a new one? Capcom Showcase? I did watch that. There's a lot of Resident Evil stuff. Yeah, Capcom were good at like showing off how like what's good about their games too. The way they showed off like Shadows of Rose was like really good. Like that makes you really excited. Is this a new Monkey Island? Like actually new Monkey Island as well? How long has it been since there's been a new Monkey Island? Like no remasters or ports or anything. I feel like it's been a long ass time. I haven't played any of them, but like I've heard about them and stuff. It's still Lucasfilm. It says Lucasfilm right down the bottom there.
Monkey around and return to Monkey Island.
And I mean, I guess
launching
Lucas
first for
Arts
consoles on
don't like
Nintendo
aren't a
Switch
dev
this
company
year.
anymore, I think. But like Lucas still
Next,
still on the rights.
we have some news about a game that was announced last June. Please take a look.
What the fuck is this
Mario
showcase?
and the Rabbids blast off for a
Oh,
galactic
this.
adventure in the latest Mario
Again,
plus
no, it's a
Rabbids
shame that it's
game.
Ubisoft because I don't want to support it. But this is like actually a good game.
Space is in a universe of
I never
trouble
beat
when
the first
otherworldly
Mario and
enemies
Rabbids. I
suddenly
beat the
appear.
first 2 worlds, I think.
Their goal? Take the energy
Because I just got
possessed
distracted by
sparks,
other things.
These mysterious
Oh,
creatures.
Limmer Rabbit. Tales is
Now, our
2009.
heroes
Holy
must
shit.
set out to save them.
I was gonna say, yeah, I think it was around the time of the Wii.
A new adventure of epic proportions awaits.
Yeah, I never beat the first one. Not because I stopped enjoying
You'll
it, just because,
initiate a turn-based battle
again, if
when
I'm
you
playing games
encounter
that
an enemy.
I'm not streaming or LPing, I get distracted
Before we
easy and it's
begin,
hard for me to finish
here's
them
something you ought
because
to know.
I'm so busy and there's
You
so many
can
games and
freely
stuff.
move around the battlefield
Never
as
ever
much
think of
as
something
you
against the
like
game
within your
itself, but
character's range
what I
before
played of the
using your
first Kingdom
weapon.
Battle was
Pretty
really
neat, huh?
fucking good.
Let's start with Mario.
The menus were lackluster
3
and
enemies are in the
felt
way,
like they were
so
the
let's
part of the game
dash
where
into one of
they
them.
put nothing into it, but that's fine.
Now select Rabbid Rosalina and have her dash into another. Next, Rabbid
This is
Luigi.
definitely different though.
One more dash, and now Disruptor
Rain gonna cut off my
time.
internet? Oh fuck, I fucking mood. One of the places
By
I used to
using
live
a
in was
dash
exactly
first,
like that. That
then
fucking
the
sucks.
weapon. 3 enemies
But
were
thank you for
wiped
stopping by
out.
anyways.
With that, his turn is over.
So this
Back
isn't
to Mario.
tile-based, the way that
Let's
Kingdom
take
Battle
out
is.
the other 2. Pew pew. That concludes his turn. Last
Kingdom
but
Battle is
not
tile-based.
least, Rabbid
This one
Rosalina.
isn't.
Team up with an ally and jump.
And it still has all the mechanics. Oh, well, you can
Get
now
positioned,
fly when you do that.
then finish off with the kaboomer.
It's not tile-based, but it seems to
Okay,
be
our
radius-based.
turn's over. And now the enemy attacks.
Which is fine.
Be
Like,
sure
that
to
doesn't
take
mean
cover
necessarily that
and
it's better or
you
worse or
might be
anything. It's just
safe.
different.
If you don't, it won't be pretty. All right, we've got the floor again.
Yeah, it's radius-based, so
Dash toward
no
the
strict
bomb.
tiles and stuff.
And if you
Although the
check it
tiles
over-
still exist for cover. Although, yeah, some of
Boom.
them are angled, so I guess that
That'll
does
do
change
it.
up stuff. Because they're on angles, like, where enemies are.
The key to victory is how you assemble your team.
Like, as if
and
if
navigate
all of
around
the cover
battlefield.
was still in squares and was still basically in a grid shape, then it would be
Wait,
functionally
is
the
that
same.
Bowser? And he's joining the team? Mario plus Rabbids, Sparks of
Again,
Hope
it's a shame that it's
rockets
Ubisoft,
onto
'cause I
the
don't want to
Nintendo
spoil
Switch
Ubisoft.
system
But
October
like, what I
20th.
played of Mario,
Pre-orders begin
what I
today
played
on
of Kingdom
Nintendo
Battle was
eShop.
really good. I want to finish the game.
Check out Ubisoft's special showcase tomorrow for more details.
But
about
I know the
Mario
only way
plus
for me to
Rabbids,
finish games
Sparks
is to
of Hope.
stream them, and I don't know if anyone's interested in me streaming Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, especially with the fact that I've played through
We
the
hope
first
you're
2
looking
worlds. So
forward
like
to the
experiencing
chaotic
what the
adventures
game is
of
at its
Mario and the
core
Rabbids.
isn't a part of the experience.
Let's take a
I
look
already
at
know
more
that.
headlines.
But what I played of it was really fun.
There's something for everyone on Nintendo Switch. During a storm, young alchemist Noah crash lands in ancient ruins.
Ah.
The layout of these multi-layered
Crashlands, I
ruins
think you
changes
jumped off a
every
cliff
time
and
you
fell
enter them.
down there. But okay.
Recruit allies called Lilliputites to challenge the enemies lurking around every corner. String together combos and perform powerful elemental attacks to defeat foes. Little Noah, Scion of Paradise, launches on Nintendo Switch later today.
Wow, today. So even something like that, right? Like, I feel like I saw games that were similar to that
In the
earlier, but just like
management sim
Nintendo knows how to
Railgrid,
show off their
You'll
games.
build railway systems
Well,
to
well, the people who put
efficiently
together these
transport cargo
directs
and
know
help
how to
restore
like show off
economic
games in
prosperity
ways that
to
like
an industrial
gets the point
colony.
across and like gets the selling
Complete
points across
various
very
tasks
effectively and
to
very
prepare
quickly.
Each shipment before it's
To like
delivered
go,
to
hey,
its
this is why you should buy
destination.
it.
Your
I just feel like
strategies
Nintendo
will
are really
change
good at that
based
compared
on
to others.
various factors, like the
I
number
mean, definitely
and
better
length
than
of
fucking
trains to
Summer
run,
Games Fest. Summer Games Fest
which
is by far the
resources to
worst at it.
acquire,
Summer
and how
Games
to
Fest feel like
transport cargo
thinks
from
it's a
point A
it's a
to point
Hollywood
B.
industry,
Rail
and that
Grid
it sells things by
steamrolls
having
onto
interviews
Nintendo
with the
Switch
stars.
This fall.
So Summer
Join
Games Fest is definitely
aspiring
the
game
worst at
creator
selling it.
Kenta in a hand-drawn adventure to save the world in
Nintendo
his
Direct
latest
Arena, if it
creation,
helps, he does
The
help.
Legend of Right. Taking place in Kenta's notebook, this RPG spans over 200 pages, where you must draw, erase, solve puzzles, and even consult your handy calculator. Discover
It's that
a
one
new
rhythm
way
heaven
to play
minigame.
every time you turn the page. RPG Time: The Legend of Right unfolds onto Nintendo Switch August 18th. Pre-orders
Yeah, this thing
begin
looks cool.
today
I'm
on
pretty sure
Nintendo
we've seen this
eShop.
before. Like, such a cool aesthetic that they go just
Spin
fully in on.
dash into a new zone.
All right. Yeah.
Sonic's
Open
latest
world Sonic
action
game's the thing,
adventure
isn't it?
kicks off on the vibrant Starfall Islands, home to a mysterious civilization. Here, you can freely dash through a vast open zone, taking full advantage of Sonic's speedy skills. Lock on and attack enemies standing in your way. Chain together attacks to trigger combos and rack up damage.
Is it going to be like good
Good
combat, or is it
timing,
going to be press the same button
even
over and over
deflect
again like
enemy
Sonic Boom?
attacks. Acquire skills to bolster Sonic's arsenal of moves.
They've got different attacks at least.
You can also enter a special zone called cyberspace.
I mean, it's whoa,
Take on
Jesus.
challenges at supersonic speeds.
Because we
and
can't
grab
have it
keys to
just be
progress.
open world. You still need some Sonic levels that are just roads flying in the sky.
What awaits Sonic on these
Are you drawing a
strange
ring around a
islands?
thing? Are you Pokemon
Sonic
Ranger?
Frontiers
Yes, I can say
dashes
one
onto
for 101, but I
Nintendo
don't want to
Switch
give it that
this
credit.
holiday. Live magically alongside
It has
your
more
Disney
likelihood
and
of
Pixar
actually
friends.
being an interesting game to play.
Dreamlight Valley was once an idyllic
like,
land where Disney and Pixar characters
Sonic
lived in
Boom.
harmony
I'm not-
until the
that sounds
forgetting
like-
turned this dream into a nightmare. Now, it's up to you to help these iconic residents
Damn.
recover their lost memories
Kingdom Hearts
and
4
reveal
looking
the secrets
interesting.
that led you here.
Why did
Bring
Mickey
your
look like he
magic
just had the
back
shit
to
beaten out
Dreamlight
of him?
Valley in this mesmerizing
Mickey
life
just standing there, just
simulation
holding
adventure.
his
Explore
arm
this land's
like someone
many
just beat the
diverse
shit out of
realms
him.
and forge lasting friendships with heroes and villains alike.
Selfies with
Everyone
us
you
a
meet will
lot.
have personal stories to discover and adventures to complete. Help them out by exploring, giving them gifts, and performing other fun activities. In this world, you can be whoever you dream
So
yourself.
is this just like... Is it just a Disney
Disney
theme park where you get
Dreamlight
to
Valley
do that?
launches
Everyone got the
on
shit beat out of
Nintendo
them and
Switch
forgot everything
September
is the
6th
plot.
as
Oh.
an early access title.
You really look like I had shit beaten out of him. He was just standing there holding his
Take these
fucking arm.
adventures with you on the go.
So I think that's just the same animation that they use after Kiryu
Live
beats the
Alive
shit out of
is
someone in
coming alive
Yakuza.
on July
And they're standing there
22nd.
just dialoguing at you and they're just holding their
Multiple
arm. I'm pretty sure it's the
stories
same
featuring
fucking
different
animation.
protagonists, time periods, and
Oh,
gameplay
Triangle
await.
Strategy,
Now
I
in
assume.
HD
Or Live Live.
2D. A demo
I was
with
gonna
the
say
start
HD
of
2D,
three
so it must be
chapters,
Triangle Strategy.
Imperial
No, it's
China,
Live Alive.
Twilight of Edo Japan, and The Distant Future will be available on Nintendo eShop later today. Save data from the demo can be transferred to the
Interesting.
full game once purchased.
The demo is like certain periods of
Doraemon,
time.
Nobi, and their friends land on an unknown planet and decide to
Again,
help
Live
a new
Alive, just
friend
like the
fulfill
concept
his
of it, of all
dreams
different time
by
periods, gives me
farming.
such strong
Plow the
Chrono Trigger
fields,
vibes.
harvest crops.
Fucking farming
tend to the
simulators!
You can even use Doraemon's secret
Farming
gadgets to farm in
simulators!
a flash.
It will be the death of
Relax
me!
by living with friends, eating delicious
Take a shot
meals,
every time a farming
and
simulator
fishing.
is shown. I'll tell you what, if
and
you
with
finish this
local
fucking
play,
bottle,
you and a pal can build a ranch
and then for the
together.
other half an hour of Wholesome Direct, I don't know what
Doraemon,
I'd do.
Story of Seasons, Friends of the Great Kingdom launches on the Nintendo Switch system this year. The world of Minecraft meets action strategy gameplay in Minecraft Legends.
Are they gonna actually show us more about this
A
game, how it
beautiful
works here?
land surrounded by rich nature is invaded by enemies from another dimension. Team up with allies and fight against this monstrous force threatening the world.
So yeah, you team up,
What
yeah, like you
secrets
recruit
await
them
in this
there, you
new
send
yet
things to people.
familiar universe? Minecraft Legends launches on Nintendo Switch next year.
Like, that's what the other Minecraft one could have been. Just showing that.
It's a treasure hunter's paradise.
Not Dragon.
Two siblings dream of collecting grand treasures.
I was gonna say,
from
I'm
around the
assuming
world.
it's Dragon Quest
Venture to the realm of Draconia
because the
to
character,
become
because the boy
legendary
character looks like
treasure
Vegeta.
hunters.
Free hopes
In
after this
this
from 2015,
Dragon Quest series
2115.
spin-off,
Thank you.
You'll recruit a variety of well-mannered
If I
monsters
can't
to
look at
join
the
you on a
box art of
marvelous
Three
adventure.
Hopes, because it's
With their
spoilers,
help,
I imagine I
and
can't
with your
watch
trusty
anything
fortune
about it.
finder,
I don't even think I
locate
watched
Luke via breeze.
the announcement thing. I think we skipped
Monsters
that
are
too.
perfect
so, yeah.
travel buddies for exploring this vast world. Bounce on a slime to reach high ledges, or dangle from a Draki to glide over gaping chasms. Support your monsters in battle as they fearlessly fend off foes.
So is this like
Bring
Dragon
your
Quest
hard-earned
Builders, or is
ball
this
back
just
to your
like
base
Dragon
and
Quest,
see how much
like
it's worth.
another type of Dragon
Collect
Quest
more
game
riches to
that's
expand
separate
your
from
base
like
and
normal Dragon
increase
Quest and
treasure
even
hunting. X marks the
Dragon
spot
Quest Builders?
when Dragon Quest Treasures
I don't know
launches
anything about
on
Dragon Quest
Nintendo
other
Switch
than,
December
other than
9th.
it's like the Goku and the Vegeta. Okay, 2115, 2115. Don't look at anything too intensely. There we go. No Man's Sky. Running at blistering 240p, 5 frames a second on the Nintendo Switch. Cloud version. The game looked interesting when they showed it before, but cloud version? Fuck off. I live in Australia. I mean, other than the fact that it's on the Switch. I live in Australia. I live in Australia. Not happening. Oh, Portal.
We're going to have so much fun together. At first, your participation is appreciated and required.
Portal 2 is better than
There
Portal
might
1.
even be
I don't know if
cake.
anyone wants to fight me on that, but if you
The
do, I'll
Portal
win.
Companion Collection will be available later
Is that
today.
an opinion that people can test?
I wanted to call it the
I feel like I've also
White
asked this on
Candy
stream
Collection.
before. General
But oh
consensus,
well.
is Portal 2 better than Portal 1? Like amongst general
Let's
consensus?
get
Because I
started,
absolutely think
you
it is.
monster.
I think Portal 1 is a cool idea that I think works well, whereas I think
Farm,
Portal 2 is a
fight,
really good fucking
and
game.
forge friendships
Like it's a full
in a new
experience.
fantasy world. Welcome
But I have no idea
to
what the
Lethe,
general consensus
a
is.
peaceful village where seasons brightly color the environment. Your story begins
I feel like
here
with the time
in
frame
this
that Portal
brand
2
new
came out in,
life
there's probably a lot of
simulation
people where it's
RPG.
just like, but wait a minute, the woman's not evil, but the
Do a
man
little
was the
farm
problem. Well, I gotta
Cooking
stop,
craft items.
stop giving,
Trek through
stop
the fields
it.
to collect materials.
It's not even the fault of the partner showcase at
All
this
while
point. I've just
meeting
seen so much
townsfolk
of it
along the way.
across all of this, if you're including
The
Day of the Dead
seasons
and Last
gently
City World
flow
2.
from spring, summer, fall, and winter.
Oh, this is the most anime one out of all
However,
of them, so there is that.
They will give
This
way
is the
to
most
the
anime
season
one.
of death. Quietus. Crops wither. Life is threatened. Find a way to
Was
stop
that
the
character's
season of
wait?
death
Was that character's
from
name
wreaking
literally
havoc
Emo?
on your
The character's name is literally Emo. I know it's Japanese, so it's like not the same thing, but the character's name is literally Emo. The Season of Death, G. G, is it the most anime one? I couldn't tell.
Find a way to stop the season of death from wreaking havoc on your home.
See, the thing is, the rest of what they're showing me in terms of like the combat and like the
fate of the
idea in the
village
world,
depends
I
on
could
you.
possibly find that interesting. The art style they're showing for the characters and the sprite art is
Begin your new
incredibly
life in
gorgeous.
Harvestella, launching on Nintendo Switch November 4th.
But then they combined it with a farming game, so I don't want to play it.
This next segment will be our last announcement. Please take a look.
Another Crab's Treasure, but again. Oh, get fucked.
Mission
Get fucked.
start.
Okay, it was funny when it was only on Xbox. It was funny when it was only on Xbox. Now it is actually on Switch. Now the Persona fans are actually happy. Now I'm pissed.
And today,
Now I'm
I'm
pissed.
bringing along an ultra top secret video.
God damn it. I knew I kept this aside from the
I
Xbox
hope
thing in
you're
case I needed it.
ready.
God damn it. God damn it. Okay, Deku, you know me, right? I feel like after the decade or so that you've invested into watching my stuff and
Yup,
how I ramble and how I
Persona 5
rant
Royal
about
launched
things,
Nintendo Switch, October 21st.
would I... The big meme is reality
That's
now,
not all.
what they would...
Let's keep the ball rolling. Huh, Teddy?
Okay.
Righto! Nice, but
Fuck
don't
off
pass
and
more
die in a
Okay,
fire.
everyone, check this out.
So Deku, like, you know my opinion on Persona 4 Golden. You know my opinions on Catherine, right? Knowing my opinion, but you also know my opinions on Yakuza, right? Yakuza is not devoid of problematic elements, but I'm still willing to enjoy Yakuza because it's not the focus and it's like small bits every now and then. Where Catherine is one of the most disgusting things I've ever seen with what it does, and Persona 4
Keep your
Golden
eyes peeled
turns
for
into
more
only
Persona.
caring about bigotry and nothing else.
Nintendo
Like the
Switch.
primary element of game that you experience in
That's
Persona
all
4
for today's Nintendo
becomes
Direct
bigotry
Mini Partner
and stuff
Showcase.
like that.
Thank you for watching.
So you know me well enough. Would I find Persona 5 acceptable? Or is there still too much in Persona 5 for me to accept in terms of the writers of this game and series should never get a job in the industry again. Because, well, writing a hate fest manifesto should get you barred from any industry. Because, like, Persona 4 and Catherine are, like, really egregious examples. And it's not that a game has to be 100% devoid of problematic elements for me to enjoy it. Again, my favorite franchise is Yakuza. Ask me how Yakuza treats trans people, right? But in Yakuza, it has moments where it does it well, and it has moments where it does it poorly. But those moments where it does it poorly are few and far between. And it's not the primary focus of it. And it's like one stain on what the rest of it is usually pretty good with it. Where like Persona 4 Golden is someone grabbing a metal baseball bat, and every single new scene that appears is like them grabbing a different bat. The first one's labeled sexism. The second one's labeled homophobia. The third one is labeled slut shaming. The fourth one is labeled transphobia. The fifth one is labeled fat shaming. And it is just a group of people trying to beat you to death with all of these. And that is the core element of Persona 4 Golden once you get far enough into it. At the start, it's not that. But once you get far enough into it, the core concept and things that you experience in Persona 4 are these metal baseball bats trying to beat you to death. And Catherine just has particularly egregious examples that show that the writers of that game should be barred from the industry because, like, they are horrible people. So, for Persona 5, is it on the Yakuza end of things, where it's a couple problematic stains on what is overall fine? Or is Persona 5 so deeply entrenched with it that it becomes most of what you're experiencing? Or it is so frequent that it's just a constant reminder that it's there? Because if it's as much as Yakuza, I'm fine. I feel like some people have taken my opinions on Persona where it's just like, well, if everything isn't perfect, you hate it. Like, if it's even a slightly thing out of it, then you hate it. I'm just like, fuck you. Like, Yakuza is my favorite fucking franchise, right? Like, I can obviously accept those elements and still enjoy what the rest of it is, though I will complain about those elements when I come across them because they should be called out still. But for Persona 5, like, on what scale are we talking? Not that I want to play it, because I don't want to support Atlas as a company, but just to satiate my own curiosity, because I feel like no one's been able to, like, answer that. It's usually just you don't even try it. But it's like, I can accept it if it's not, like, the main thing. I just don't want it to be the only thing. Now I'm realizing that I had, like, a decent swig of this Captain Morgan thing, and I'm doing Ring Fit Adventure after this. That probably wasn't the best idea. There are definitely scenes where it's, hey, Atlas, the fuck, but it's better than other games. Again, if it's to the level of Yakuza, I can accept it. Which is saying something, because Yakuza is still pretty bad. Especially Yakuza 0. Especially Yakuza 0. Yakuza 0 has a lot of it. But Yakuza tries to be good in in other ways, and it fucks up in some ways, and, like, the other things. By other games, I do mean 4, okay. Okay. I mean, like, again, it's hard to be worse than 4. Because Persona 4 feels like someone who was just like, I hate everyone who isn't, like, the most stereotypical dude that you can imagine in Japan. Everyone who isn't that, I fucking hate those people. And I want to write a game where I get to belittle and berate and mock and torment and harass anyone who isn't that as much and as frequently as possible. And I'm going to write it so that everything in the world justifies doing that. And if people want to fight me on that, I will point you to the 2 separate dungeons that exist in Persona 4 Golden that are make your characters make the character of the dungeon go through conversion therapy or they will die. And I don't need to say any more. I mean, I said a shitload more because I did an LP where I didn't finish it because I hate the game. But 2 of the dungeons are force this character to undergo conversion therapy or they will die. And no, you can't justify it as anything else because that is 1000% what is happening in both of those dungeons. Fuck you, you can't argue that. You're wrong if you do. So, like, the bar for how bad Persona, to be not as bad as Persona 4 just feels like you need to not actively use slurs and you'll be, like, better than Persona 4. So it feels like an unfair metric. But anyway, I feel like there was a lot of unexpected things in the Nintendo showcase. Like, fucking, we got a Pac-Man World remake. We got the Battle Network games as a collection. Like, what the fuck? We got Nier Automata on Switch. Way too much Persona on Switch, which is to say any Persona on Switch. Fucking Mario and Rabbids is interesting. Fucking, there's a new Monkey Island. Like, I think this is a really good example of a direct where it's like, it is filled with buck fucking wild announcements that aren't, like, massively appealing to me. Like, I know people who like Pac-Man World. I've never played it. I don't know if it's good. The Battle Network games, I mean, that helps me. Like, if I play all the other Mega Man games in 20 years and I enjoy them all, then hey, I have the Battle Network collection and I can use that to play those if I want to. Nier Automata on Switch is awesome. I'm not going to buy it. Like, I have it on PS4. And I'm going to guess it's not going to run better on Switch. It will run at best at parity. And, like, having a kimono outfit isn't enough to, like, sell me on buying the game again, and stuff like that. Like, there's a lot of cool, interesting things here, but, like, I can accept that, like, it's not for me, right? Like, a lot of this stuff isn't for me. Like, it's cool that Portal's on Switch. I'm not gonna buy it. I've played Portal, right? Like, there's a lot of cool things here. There's not much that's, like, specifically, yo, you, Fire, need to do this. But, that is it for all of, Not E3. We're finally caught up! Woo! Not a massive Not E3 for me particularly, but there was a lot of stuff across, like, all of the stuff that was pretty damn sick. Honestly, one of the games I'm probably the most blown away by all of Not E3 is the fact that Street Fighter 6 actually looks good. I need to go and watch, like every video, because I imagine, I'm gonna have a wild guess and say Maximilian Dudes made, like, 1 million videos on, like, breaking down the trailers and stuff. Of Street Fighter 6, so I kind of want to go watch those. It has a story mode that, like, involves running around. Like, not having enough single-player content is the main reason that I haven't dived into any fighting. Like, I know I'm bad at fighting games, but I can still enjoy them from, like, a design perspective and have fun dicking around in them. But not having enough content is, like, what stops me from buying fighting games. So, having a full... Like, even if I buy Street Fighter 6 and just play the single-player game mode, then that's, like, cool. Cool, I got to do something in the game that wasn't just get absolutely fucking bodied by everyone who actually knows how to play fighting games online, right? That's why I haven't bought, like, any fighting games despite being... Like, I'm absolutely interested in KOF 15, I just haven't bought it because, you know, it doesn't have the content. The content is going online and getting bodied. It's as easy, it's even... actually, I don't know what content Street Fighter Strive. Guilty Gear Strive has. I fucking love watching people play Guilty Gear Strive. I don't know if it has enough single-player content for me to actually be willing to just be like, I want to buy that, though. Because, again, if it doesn't have the single-player content in Strive, then my gameplay is going online and getting bodied, so... Yeah. So that's probably been one of the biggest blowaways for me out of all of Not E3. Like, there's a lot of cool stuff across here. It's just for me, specifically as a person, there's not... Actually, no, Final Fantasy 16, never mind. That was about... and I guess part 2 of Final Fantasy 7 Remake, like, that's also cool. But yeah, the two big things that I'm excited for out of all the stuff that were from Not E3 are the 2 different Final Fantasies. Jesus Christ, I'm becoming a Final Fantasy weeb, aren't I? I've only played 2 Final Fantasy games and I'm becoming a Final Fantasy weeb. God damn it. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching for that. I'll see you in the future when I play maybe 1 or 2 of the games from across all of the things that they showed. So until then, this is version 2. Signing out.